Hello, this is Jared playing Oxygen Not Included. This is the Prehistoric DLC on hard mode without teleportation. And I'm going for all achievements. This is going to be nuts. First thing I'm going to do is fix up my storage here. I was previously storing bleach stone. It is no longer in liquid, so not happy with that. Cool. Ladder here to act as a bridge to get across. Alright, we'll put in bleach stone at this location instead to avoid this chlorine. That's why the area is a little green. Okay, we don't need a lot of liquid. That's going to be enough, I'm thinking. So let's detach that. Take this liquid vent out. Hold on. What am I making this? It's a ladder of igneous rock. No. Shale. Trying to keep shale to be construction material inside here and igneous rock in the cold area, just so we don't have the temperature exchange too much. Alright, let's not forget to reconnect that. There's our ladder going across, and let's up the priority of getting bleach stone in there. Do we have any bleach stone? Yeah. Should see someone coming over to pick up this bleach stone. Alright, so there's that. The other thing that is going wrong is we no longer have a barracks because kind of extended this a little too much. Let's make this out of nickel. Anything nickel will be on this side and iron will be on the cooler side. Stress is a bit of an issue. That this barracks actually, it's probably a morale issue. Partially because of the barracks, but I think it is well past time for a great hall to be made. Alright, let's check here. Alright, we've got our barracks back. Okay, so that is two things done. Here is where I want our great hall to be. I'm going to put a ceiling in the floor. We'll have 4 tables, decoration, a floating water cooler. That we don't actually need water to be in it. Put in a door. Get a ring rose bush planted right there. I want to seal this off with some mesh tiling. We are just hanging on to food. We've got some mush bar being made. We've got a great haul for some of the dupes. Just need 2 more tables. And there we are. Let's just double check. Yes, we have a great haul. That should help with morale. Now, to up morale even further, how about we get in a nature reserve? We actually have to finish a little bit of research, but scientists can take care of that while the rest of the team clears out this whole space. Let's see, research-wise, what should we do next? Oh, smart storage. Probably want that for the egg removal of stables. Oh, right. Now that we have the ability to do this, let's put that out of shale. Oh, where we go? Shale right there. How about? So this is going to make it anytime we go through this central area, we'll be essentially visiting a nature reserve to constantly up morale. Do not like the chlorine that's building up down here at all. We aim to fix that right after this. Will be very nice when we don't have to make food in the micro mushers. Though it is good to see that the power production is mostly coming from hydrogen at the moment. Slowly getting this project done. Our sign is in existence. We've got enough wild plants. We just need it to be enclosed, guys. Okay, have that. Is that it? Oh no. Missing something. 74. It's not too big. Oh, ha! I went too far. I didn't mean to block that off. Okay, if someone can open that up. Okay. Oh yeah, we do have a nature reserve. Awesome. So this should really help with our morale situation. Let's see, Baker. Let's give grilling and improved carrying. Builder. We'll do demolition. Chef, improved carrying, engineer. Ooh, electrical engineering skill now. Crop tending. And super duper hard digging. Ranching 2. And scientists, applied scientists. Awesome. Now I'm hoping to improve this lack of oxygen situation down here by putting an electrolyzer close by. Also worried about the water getting low, so we're going to drill out over here. Okay, so that's another electrolyzer running. Probably a good idea to do this now, so I may not notice later on when this runs dry. Where are we with the Locavore achievement? Because as soon as I get that, I plan to do some farming. It's going to be an important thing to watch. 373. We are very close. So we're also starting to get up in this area. And the water has been opened up. Let's just hope that that wasn't too much. Actually, excess water will be loaded or landing right there. So yeah, we are good, I would say. So now we're going to go up here. We got this little critter that's going to be taken out. Goal is to get a little bit more igneous rock, but also to block off some of these plants from these hungry turtles that are plentiful. Keep an eye on how much we have Drew drips. We just have less than one at the moment. I also never thought about it, but I should probably worry about you eating all our little critter friends. Huh. Yeah. Let's do exactly that. Realize too that we can't actually get up here unless we have a ladder there. Okay, I've got a very special project for Miner, calling Miner up. Also, the rest of the dupes can open up this area here, as well as get in this ladder. What I'd like to do, maybe it doesn't even have to be Farmer, or Miner rather. I want to trap this guy. This might be a little interesting, but we'll see how this goes. Okay, Miner, if you could take that out as well. Maybe not that. I kind of want to create like an island. This is going to be so hard, I think. Yeah. Of course, this critter's always going to be moving around, making this extremely difficult. Maybe we'll do this. Okay. Yeah, this is going to just be so annoying. You want to go to sleep? Of course you do. Okay, Miner, you're the only one that can dig through the stuff I need. The other case, so I was hoping to trap them. The other way to trap them is potentially just creating doors. Maybe I'll have better luck with that. Oh, couldn't have finished that. Actually, the critter can't move that far from where they are. This may be fine. You just have to wait. Oh, hold on. We want to make sure the dirtles can't get in. Okay, just one more tile. I think we're fine, but just out of caution, I'm going to put a tile right there. Why can I not get up? Oh, I see. Okay. Alright, so that takes... Oh, but I... Confined. Forget about that. I don't want you... Rex. You want to be in a space of 16. Well, we can do that. Just keep you there for now. Oddly, I've got more metal than I've got igneous rock. Just have another one right there. We don't want that dirtle or dirtlet to be caught in here. Okay, let's take this out. And that. Alright, so now our Rex is no longer crammed. Okay. Glad I have remembered to do that little bit. Guess we can't get any further unless we open that up. Might need to open this up as well. If we want some of that gas to get out of there, it's just too high pressured for that plant. And we've got some more igneous rock, which is very good. Now we're going to continue up here, just protecting even more of these Drew Drippers. Not liking all the liquid here in the floor. That's the brine. So we're also going to try to insulate here, because this is kind of a warm area coming into contact where we want to have the biome stay cool. A bit of slippage. Missed this plant too. Start the insulation process. Probably going to get some of these critters on the wrong side. Actually, maybe I should do this for now. Only achievements. We've got to keep our... Oh, there it is. Locavore achievement has been made. Okay, well, maybe we will pivot away from this to do a little bit of farming. I am very much ready for our first greenhouse, so we can do some farming. That way, eventually, we'll be able to get off the micro musher. Put in the first one over here. Now, while I was exploring with the early release, I remember that we need not just... We're going to grow sweet corn stalk. We also need these mimica buds. So we'll grow 2. And we'll grow sweet corn stalk everywhere else. Need a... Oh no, what's going on? Every outhouse is filled. You aren't stuck. Why in the world are you making messes? Maybe because there's just not multiple outhouses. Okay, let's up the priority of these. Kill our research project for a moment. Things seem like they're not going so great all of a sudden. Why is no one mopping? Well, I guess I did make that a high priority. Yeah, okay, I guess that makes sense. If I do a priority 9, does that prevent them from using the outhouse? Is that what was going on right there? Did not know that if that was the case. Maybe I should not use priority 9. I have a priority issue case. This is all. Let's make that all 5, because we're going to come back to that later. We want to focus on our farm guys. We have several of these morbs. 1, 2, 3 over there. That's interesting. No one is mopping anything up. Maybe because this is just such a high priority thing, but that's such a high priority thing because that's our food. What is going on, guys? I feel like nothing is going on all of a sudden. I don't see anyone going up there. That's good. But why is mopping up not happening? A little bit of mopping up is happening. It is very important we do food, so I'm going to make that a 6. Here we go. Sweet corn that gets switched. Actually, never mind. Let's keep that there. We'll put in the mimica bud at the end. Oh, right, and we need, we can't wait until that Mimica is actually a full adult. We need to find one. A little bit more mopping up. Where are you, Mimica? Hopefully there's one around. Oh, here's one. Let's go in here. Grab this guy. Make that a priority thing. Of course, there's polluted water down. Ugh, gross. So we'll take you and relocate you over here so our stuff in the farm can grow. That's very important. Okay, and let's make sure we get our power plant back in order. Okay, so that's all been cleaned up. We've got a Mimica in our farm. Okay, that seemed like it was more difficult than it had to, but let's get back to things. So I guess the downside to sweet corn is we have to wait for mimicas to attend to them. Stress is still a bit of an issue, so what I've done is I've added an extra hour to downtime. But now that we can do farming, I'm not so much worried about protecting Drew drops anymore, because we're not in the Locavore achievement side of things. So what I'll do, actually, you kind of come in from the wild. Kind of don't want you to. Maybe you'll walk out. I don't have a lot, but there are 4 Drew drip seeds, so we'll take advantage of that. We're going to need to feed these guys some brine ice. So put in a storage bin for that. Okay. Wild, tiny baby, you're fine. Elderly, 48 of 50. Tame, reproduction 99. Yeah, you're definitely going to stay in there. This is going to be actual farm area. Will make it easy to get across. do that. Make this a priority. I've already done some testing to see whether this makes sense in a greenhouse or not. Appears to not be the case. Yeah, I'm thinking the stress could very well be the lack of oxygen in places and dupes getting their feet wet. Pressure. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, this isn't going to go well if we don't actually have a well, hold on. Might just need some brine ice. What is the maximum? I forget. 2,000. It's just above that. Okay, we are currently researching gas storage, so that might actually be needed in this environment. Well, scientists gives us ability to store this away somewhere in a gas reservoir rather than continuing to make canister fillers. Put a pump down here. This is going to do two things. One, it'll lower the pressure for these guys to be able to grow. See, this is melting. That might not be good if it happens. Are we having too many of these guys in here? See if we can... What do we have? 0.48. 18. Elderly. You reproducing 18%. You are probably... Yeah, they're going to go expire anyway. So it'll just be 2. Yeah, I think we can take 2 turtles for the time being. See, a gas element sensor would be nice. Maybe crank out a little bit more metal. Yeah, this is not a great environment to work in with all this chlorine. This pump will be very appreciated. Looks like some of the drew drips are starting to be fine nonetheless. Could be because I'm just opening up this meat. Okay, let's tell the dupes. Don't eat that. Okay, put in a spot here, but haven't done anything with that. It's barbecue meat. Make that a high priority thing. Some of this hydrogen struggling to wink its way up. There's the meat on the move. Okay, majority of the sweet corn is growing. That's good to see. And there's our gas storage. So now we're getting in a gas reservoir. And this is the Dirtle gas reservoir. I thought that was the super appropriate given the fact that our Dirtle stable is right here. So that's that gas storage in. about we set this up to look for chlorine? And that should take the chlorine, a little bit of the carbon dioxide away, lowering the pressure. That is hopefully going to do a very good thing. Now that we get the Drew drips growing, let's extend our farming capability. Put in a storage of peat. Oh, I didn't realize that door was open. Keep that closed for these little critters to stay in here. Water is getting lower. We want to start to trans. Ooh, 23,000 calories. Finally good to see. Maybe, just maybe, we could slow down our production of mush bar. It'd be really nice. Farmer is going to have a very busy job. Looking at rancher, would like them to get them to be able to help out as well. Engineer, let's do carrying. Chef extra carrying. Building, someone else that can dig through granite maybe. So we want to take you and move you up here. Oh, and you might be hard to get just because of your location, huh? Someone could wrangle you, that'd be super nice. Okay, I will select more than one critter. Okay, it's nice you're attending to these, but we definitely still need one of these butterfly critters. Rancher, where are you? Let's do vital. Where's Rancher? Follow cam. They are... Oh, they are not... They look like they're chewing food away. Oh. Yeah. They've got... Okay. Apparently, we have to do something else with stress, which I was hoping to avoid, but I can see that can't be ignored. I was really hoping to avoid making a massage table. I guess technically I'm making a foot massage table, but nonetheless. Create a little recreation room in here. In fact, I think I'm even going to create 2 of these. Because I suspect we'll have more than one stress dupe at a time, at least initially. Builder already using it. Taking their stress down. And so is Scientist, which is going to drain the power, but at least stress will go down. Looking to put in more farm tiles to grow more of these Drew drips. Also see a little bit of meat here, which is not a lot, but we'll get in there nonetheless. See a bunch of Drew drip seeds in here. Oh, we've got 6 already. The ones that I've planted, I've already dropped a good number of seeds. Huh. Okay, well, take advantage of that. Put this together then, guys. Let's keep an eye on this. Up to 12 now. Feel like it may be the time to add in another one of these guys with our Drew drips growing. Selected a very young darnlet to be added to our stable. Sure, no tame versions of these guys escape while this is being built. See that carbon dioxide, or rather chlorine starting to make its way down. That's good. If someone could move this little guy in, be nice. There we go. So now I'm building the gas reservoir for the gas at the bottom of the base. Lots of chlorine. Also empty these canisters and then disconnect them from the system. Food mush bar still a big component of surviving. Not feeling that great about things, to be honest. Can't even get this system here built. Oh, here we go. Builder is down. Putting in the foundation for our gas reservoir. Okay, now that these have been emptied, these can be destroyed. Alright, so that is that. We can even get this taken down. And what I think we need now... the only bit of water. We do have some water up here, but I do think we need a system to take polluted water and remove its germs and turn it into water. So, yeah, let's maybe do that somewhere around here. So it seems like we don't have all the research complete to make our polluted water system, but we can start digging out the area for it nonetheless. Sweet corn building up, mush bars, a little bit of meat. See some meat down here too. Is that all these guys drop is 800 calories? Yeah, I guess so. Not quite sure how this is going to work out then. Things are just happening slow. I think this is going to be a bit of a risk, but something's got to happen. I think I've got to expand the number of dupes. Which means I need to feed more, but yeah, let's do it. Next dupe I'm bringing in is carpenters who specialize into with more construction. Let's put them in a schedule about right here. Focus on getting their barracks together. Then there were 9, but I have to feed 9 dupes too at the same time. Let's see, Baker carrying, carpenter will give you your construction, engineer, miner, construction, and rancher helping out with the farms if you've got nothing to do in the stables. Getting pretty close to halfway to the Demelior. And I haven't done anything with that yet. Gulp. Try taking the priority down over Micro Musher. Okay, miner, getting in here and digging some of this out. Good. Things are just not happening quickly as I would like them to. It's just occurring to me that this is just stuff that's going to fall down on some of this stuff. Now that I've got this, let's go a little bit further with our project. We're going to have 4 liquid reservoirs, 3 of just processing polluted water, and the other one's just kind of an extra storage at the end. We're going to contain this whole area with chlorine. I have a feeling like I'm over-engineering things for the time, given the fact that there's just too many other priorities to focus in. But we'll see. There's a good chance I'm going to be coming back and optimizing a second time through to make this work. We'll see. But yeah, we're nearing the halfway point to Demolier. And, eek. We haven't even hit it once. I haven't even gotten to the top of the base yet. Before I seal this area off, though, I want to make sure I remember to put in a spot to dump chlorine in after I create a vacuum. We're also waiting on technology to be able to open and close doors. $33,000 though. I think it's going to be necessary to get another dupe just to get stuff done. But our calories is looking a lot better than I expected it was going to be. I didn't realize sweet corn could give us as much as it seems to. This is a massive risk, but we've got no more water, I guess. Are we actually in a position? I don't think we are. We're not in a position to be able to feed ourselves without mush bars, are we? But I gotta put that in there to get our research continuing now. Otherwise, this project is going nowhere. Alright, so we're getting courier, a dupe that's dedicated to moving stuff around. See how this helps us out. Put them there and give them their skill. Extra strength would make sense. Another point scientist. Getting their skill too. Oh, and the pump is now on. No point in doing that just yet. So now we're making a path to this polluted water. Also going to do a little digging for some igneous rock, do some construction and insulation down here. A little bit nervous about this polluted dirt as well. We'll see if we can do something about that. Miner drilling in. Forget that little tile there. Whoops. Gonna install some of the clocks that's gonna make this system work. Actually, instead of doing that, let's make that a ladder.
And that we've got a little bit of igneous rock, how about we take that and use this to add in some insulation. Right along there. Continue to dig a path in here so we can eventually get down and access the polluted water. $31,000 calories. I was under the impression that this wasn't going to be nearly enough. Especially now that we get 10 dupes, so I'm starting to feel good about that. But Jamal here, that I'm not feeling great about it at all. So we're going to put a pump right here. May very well want to put in some deodorizers. I suspect we'll get, yeah, food poisoning in the air. It's probably going to spread. So I think all the construction on the inside of this area is done. If that's the case, let's seal this off, create a pump, or create a vacuum rather. Put in the automation right, and the piping. Okay. My thinking was this is going to give us access to water to be able to keep running this. Though, very surprised at the sweet corn situation. I feel like we should make another farm just to be safe, though. Let's get another greenhouse together, shall we? I also noticed that this water is nearly used up. So many things I want to do at the same time to balance my requirement for food and oxygen and, well, you know, just general survival. Okay, do a similar thing, grow a bunch of these, have two at the end. Take in one of these critters. Block that. Make that an auto. And let's take you and bring you in here as well. Pump's still running, but not for very long. Having an issue getting Rancher to move critters. Wonder, I probably should just open this door. I think that would actually encourage them to go in, and I can just close the door after. Let's see if this works. Yeah, ignore that plant. I want you up here. Go, go, go. There's so many plants that need your attention. Uh, 21,000. Do I dare? Thing is, I think so, because I gotta get more stuff done. Taking note that I do have a vacuum though, so let's do this. In that, and I will consider quickly whether I take on another dupe or not. So after thinking about it, I decide I am going to get another dupe. I was considering whether I'm growing enough food or not to be able to do this, and I thought, you know what, I'll make that dupe specialize in farming, There we go. It's a good decision, right? Well, we'll have to wait the same time, but let's add in another cot. Oh, hold on. Schedule. We'll put them there. Here will be good. Planter can go there. Make sure they get a cot available. And let's give them their skill. Farming. And why won't you... Okay. Do the same thing. Will I be able to convince Rancher to be able to move you? If I make that a 9. It is... Okay, it already is 9. And we've got... Oh, no. No, no, no. No, no, no. We weren't really ready. And then not at all ready for that. Didn't actually set any of the timers for any of this garbage. Okay, how do I get out of this situation? Let's just empty this whole thing. So the way this was supposed to work, we were going to have some water sieves. Take in some polluted water that doesn't have any food poisoning. It's not the case right now. So we're going to take this and just get rid of it. Or send it back. And we'll reprocess it once we're done. But we can put in the chlorine. Maybe I'll do that. Conveniently, we've got some chlorine down there, so we're going to get a pump. Manually select a few things. Well, just chlorine, because that is our polluted water emptying out. Okay, we've got some mimicas. Oh, and let's close this then. Alright, so this is going to take some gas up to here. And then I can manually select this out. Ensure we get just chlorine. Pop a few of those. And we'll direct just chlorine to go inside this chamber. If someone could do that for us, please. Alright, and chlorine is showing up down here. Alright, so I think I've got all the settings. I've got to basically third loader at any time of the day. We've got our morning, afternoon, and evening cycle, and the corresponding ones down here, such that I can guarantee at least a third of the cycle that water will, or polluted water, will sit in one of these guys. So let's do this. Let's not drop water off there. Instead, let's allow it to go through. Got a... Oh, no, really... Didn't really mean to do that. Run that like that. We'll make that one to be 50. 50-50 to turn the system off. Gets to that point. There is polluted water coming in. So this is great because, well, we officially ran out of water. I could connect into this, but I'm wondering if we can do this in time. All we need to do at this point is just, well, I guess we're going to have to wait, aren't we? Half a cycle. So if this is going in, we should see that this sits in here. We'll stop getting water. And be getting that to sit in there. Okay. Do we have time, or do we have to get a pump together? I think maybe we can wait it out. Maybe. But that is a pipe ready. Just about. When it does empty out for the first time. Basically, when this hits this point there. While waiting for that to filter out, I turned back on this oxygen diffuser. A little bit concerned about this overpressuring thing, so what I'm going to do is just put in a simple sensor right here. Basically say if you are below, below 1,000 only. That gives us a little bit of oxygen in that area, while keeping our plants happy. And what skill should I give? Maybe another dupe that can do granite digging. We're just about having our water be sent out. Actually, make sure that we connect this, otherwise it kind of doesn't do anything. I think I'm going to finish off today making sure that I get a little bit of water here, just in case we have to get back to making mush bars. Also going to store away some excess water. So we continue to push this out. We want to take advantage of this polluted water vent while it's active. Oh, and I forgot to see one of these guys had escaped. Forgot to close that off to them. How to best... Yeah, let's do that. And put in a door right there. I think I see water going out. Awesome. Okay, is that going to be enough to be able to survive and give attention to this stable here, which I'm going to expand and do something which I have not done anything with, which is this guy up here. Absolutely insane. Anyways, I don't know how I'm going to do, but this is episode 2. We are halfway to getting cycle 100, where either I'm successful or I am not. Hopefully you're enjoying nonetheless, and I'll see you another time. Till then, it's Jared playing, oxygen not included.